All right, we're going to start by talking about the comet that is going to be visible in our sky. You can see the stats right here. It is known by a couple of things. We're going to call it C2023/A3. The other one's a bit of a mouthful, but as you can see, going on through next week, that comet is going to be slowly getting higher in the sky, but also a little bit more faint each and every day. You want to look west right after sundown. And yeah, it won't be visible again for quite a while, 80,000 years. You think back to the last time we had a comet around these parts, back in 2020. This one is brighter than that, more visible to the naked eye. Of course, photography is going to help. But again, right after sundown is the best time to see it because it will eventually set as things get darker. Unfortunately, light pollution, things like that could play a factor into it here. But again, right after sunset, the sky is still a little bit on the lighter side, so it's lesser so, something like the northern lights or a meteor shower. You should be able to see this as long as you have a nice flat view looking off to the west along the horizon. That's the most important thing. And again, we'll have lots of clear skies going forward here to see it. There's our storm. We say goodbye to that, but we say hello to the cold air that wraps down behind this storm here. And yeah, that's going to be with us each and every day this week, but it doesn't really bottom out, so to speak, until later coming up here. Take a look at the temperatures. Tomorrow morning, we're in the low 40s, upper 30s across the area. It's going to be a much cooler day out there, mid-50s at best, although better than what we see off to our north and west, places like Burlington, Vermont, only getting to a high of 45 tomorrow. Then we go back to the nighttime temperatures, the cold stuff again. We drop those temperatures a little bit more, say mid to upper 30s. There will be spots that probably get frost on Wednesday morning. I think everybody has a good chance to get frost on Thursday morning. As you see, again, another chilly day, relatively speaking. Our average temperatures are in the 60s at this point, but we are well below that. And then here's the coldest morning that we have is Thursday morning. Providence at 36. Outlying areas could be approaching the freezing point. So if you have irrigation systems and you haven't blown out those sprinklers yet, that's something to consider, obviously, for plants. I mean, we've had some frost across the area in the last few weeks, so you likely have brought those in at this point, but definitely, if you have not or have been one of the areas that has been a little more mild down towards the coastline, you have to certainly take that precaution as well. And of course, your pets, don't want to let them out in this. Now, we do have a warm up in sight for the end of the week. We go from well below average to well above average. Looks like 70 degrees is back in the forecast, so a little bit of a swing this week. Quick check of the tropics, 60% chance of development here in this orange shading, heading towards the Leeward Islands and places like Puerto Rico and Hispaniola. And then we have another chance, a 20% chance lower, well down into the Caribbean and parts of Central America. 39 tonight, so we're getting a bit of a preview of that chill. Clouds have cleared. Temperatures, again, tomorrow on the cooler side in the mid, maybe upper 50s with a mix of sun and clouds. As we look at the 7-day, no rain in sight. We are going to be bone dry as we head into next week. And again, the temperatures will be warming up during the daytimes. The nighttimes will still be on the chilly side through the weekend.